I've always known that my brothers had some kidney issue. I didn't know how serious it was. And one day he just casually asked me, right here in this house, and says, "Hey, if I need a kidney, will you give it to me?" And I'm like, "Okay." Like I said, "Okay." And initially it was just a spontaneous thing. Yeah, I'll give it to you. I didn't know when, and it was not easy. Where I knew it was going to be within the year sometime, and that's when I began to panic. Well, I didn't show it, but I was panicking inside. This told me that life is too short, and I can't, wait for any of these things that I feel like I want to do. I need to do now. It's a morbid thought, but a lot of my friends at this age are, dying of a heart attack and things like that. So I figured, this is the time. If I'm feeling fit physically, I think I should start going and exploring the world and avoiding giving the kidney as long as I can. One day I went off on a hike to Kashmir. The first phone call that I got to make when there was signal on the way back, almost at base camp, my entire family was in the hospital with my brother, who had just gone into dialysis. And that was a wake-up call for me. I said, okay, I think I pushed it long enough. My wife, who had, up till that point, she was not very comfortable with the idea of me giving my kidney. And there was a lot of conflict because of that, because she was afraid for my safety, and of course she should be, and all her fears were legitimate. But when I made this phone call after the trek, her voice was different, her attitude was different. It was like night and day from the time I left to this. And she was asking me, when are you coming back quick? We need to do this. So I was quite surprised, pleasantly, and sometimes I was wondering, I asked my brother, did you pay her something for this or what? What's going on here?
I was very nervous about this whole thing, especially because when the doctors told me that, the risk is 1 in 3,000, but there is no guarantee about, him being that one person in 3,000. So yes, when they discuss things like that, it is scary. My kids were the one who gave me the support and the assurance, and I guess they were also very intuitive about the whole thing.
On one hand, she's pretty close to my uncle, and he needed the help, and on the other hand, it's my dad, so for her it was, she didn't know what to do. And so one day I just saw her, and I thought I'd talk to her, and I was just like, okay, listen, here's the deal. Surya and I are okay with it. We know the risks, but we know and believe that it's all gonna be okay, and we're not scared. So what are you afraid of? So she kept saying, we're afraid. I was afraid for you guys because you guys are small. I said, you know what? If something happens, God forbid, we can take care of ourselves. And, we're mature enough to be able to deal with a situation like that. And we're ready for it. So what are you afraid of? And that's when she realized, what am I afraid of? I guess.
But when I got to know that they were a lot more confident about the whole procedure, and they were a lot at ease than I was, that's when I got a lot of confidence and decided to completely support.
It was just one sort of heart-to-heart kind of conversation, and that was it.
And at one point she was trying to explain to us how the risks of what will happen, what if this happens, what if that happens, and at that point, I was a little shaky on my decision as well, on my opinion of this whole thing as well. But then, like my sister said, she kind of convinced me too. And then I started convincing Mom.
Sitting right here on this couch, a friend of mine who was part of an expedition that I was when we drove from Bangalore to Ladakh and back. He came to see me, and he just put that seed in my head. Hey, he said, listen, in 2016, we're planning a drive from here to London, and I hope you'll be okay. And ever since, I've been percolating this idea, and finally, we're 3 months away from this. We're driving from Bangalore to Scotland to promote organ donation awareness. So this is taking the long road to organ donation awareness. And it was me initially. I was going to go all by myself. And then we added on, and then my family, my wife, children. So I found it appropriate to say, okay, let's let the whole family go, because this was an ordeal that all of us went through. And then there were others who decided they want to join me, and now we're 7 of us in 2 cars.
I mean, that's like the ultimate road trip. It's nothing like any of the road trips we've taken, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty excited about it.
And I'm really excited because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it's an ocean of experience. The things I'll learn are just...
Land of experience.
Yeah, land of experience, yeah.
Road of experience.
The gift of life adventure just takes shape right on that couch when I was in pain.